Hello and welcome to Kofax SignDoc Electronic Signature Solution live demonstration. I'm Joseph Joy and I'm the Managing Director for ACMO. A lot of people have been thinking about signing up for an electronic signature solution. There are plenty of players in the market. Now, why we believe or why we are saying Kofax SignDoc is a better solution, there are a number of reasons we want to go through. These are some of the high-level points that we thought may be useful for you to make a decision. First of all, it starts with no vendor lock-in. So people may be thinking, I have a bunch of documents to be signed. And what happens if they decide to switch to another provider in a year's time or 5 years' time? What happens to all these documents that were signed using this particular software? So the answer is we don't tie up our customers to this particular vendor, or Kofax SignDoc is a no vendor lock-in contract kind of a solution. So all the documents that were signed using Kofax SignDoc remains valid and compliant even after you switch to a different provider. So it's all independent standalone document once it has gone through the signing process. The second thing that we want to go through is the comprehensive signing option. So we provide a number of options for whoever is creating the signing package, ranging from getting a physical signature for these documents, or using a photo capture where the recipient's webcam would be used to take a picture of this person, or click to sign, which is the most common electronic signature format these days, where the recipient can fill in their name and it's going to automatically create a signature for them on the fly. We can also use a physical in-person scanning, in-person signature. So if you are with the customer or who is supposed to sign this document, you can actually do this electronic signing while with that person. So we provide a range of signing options, and we believe we have got the most comprehensive list of signing options available in the market. Strong evidential weight, that actually means that's a technology used to prevent fraud and make sure that who is signing this document is actually a valid signatory. We use things like pen pressure or how fast the signature was done. So there is a lot of technology involved in this particular one point to make sure that everything that is signed, it's not a robot or a system or a software that's actually doing the signature. It's actually a physical person who is doing the signature. Complete chain of custody, any documents that are signed using Kofax SignDoc. Every audit trail as to who all were involved in the signing process, along with the timestamp and details of what they did as to whether they just had a look at the signing document or they completed the signature. All that information is available as an audit trail along with the signed document. We also provide flexibility in terms of deployment model. We have an option to install Kofax SignDoc in a customer's environment if they are like a banking or a financial institution. They are who are so concerned about giving away this technology or using a service provided by a third party. We can install Kofax SignDoc in one of the customer's infrastructure and make it available for the users. That also means that we can even white label it completely to match the customer's corporate branding. We can do that. But the easiest way to start with the journey for Kofax SignDoc would be to sign up for a cloud subscription. So ACMO is a Kofax partner based here in Sydney in Australia. And we do have a managed cloud provided, and we provide free trial for Kofax SignDoc as well. So we provide a variety of formats in terms of deployment model compared to a few players, or most of the players in the market out there only provides one option, which is cloud option. And they don't provide option of installing it on the customer's environment. I already spoke about the full branding of white label, but just to go through it again, if you are someone who wants to use your own corporate identity, your logo, color schemes, the email templates that goes out to the recipients, by all means, you can do that. It doesn't require any technology experience or expertise to do that. Even an analyst or someone from the legal department who is in charge for this whole solution can do it. Multi-language support, depending on the recipient's preferred language settings in their computer, we can display corresponding language text for the recipient's convenience, or you can, as the person who creates the signing package, you can decide what should be the language that's used for the signing solution. Electronic sign and GDPR consent and compliance, we are already ready for it. One of the requirement to completely be compliant with the e-signature solution is that you need to get the consent from the recipient that they are okay to do the signing electronically. So we are all ready for that, and the solution is completely compliant with all the requirements. All these functionalities are available as a REST API. So if you want to integrate the solution with one of your business applications, there are APIs available out of the box that can be used and consumed to integrate with your solution. Now, one of the biggest advantage of switching or using Kofax SignDoc is that a lot of the products out there in the market only talks about e-signature. Now, if you want something else to be used, like a process automation or something else, you have to look at a different vendor. What Kofax offers is a broader ecosystem, and mobility and engagement is just one part of it. So you're looking at a bigger and better kind of a framework that can be used and leveraged to other parts of the business. So you're dealing with one vendor, which is Kofax for intelligent automation, and that offers more than just electronic signature. With that said, without any further ado, I'm going to switch to the live demonstration. You can, as I said, you can jump on our website to sign up for a free trial, but otherwise, just stay tuned for a free live demonstration. So with that said, I'm just going to switch my screen to the actual solution. What we have here is the Kofax SignDoc login screen. So we've got a trial account set up, and I'm going to log in as a sales account. So we got an account set up for our sales department. What I'm going to do today is I'm not going to go through the administrative options. So I'm just going to purely pretend that I'm a person who's going to create a signing package, send it to a few people for signature, and then I'm going to show how it's going to look when the documents are signed. So obviously, you can imagine you would start with creating a package. So you simply click on Create Package, and the first thing that you have to do is to just add the recipients. So I'm going to add 2 recipients here. So I'm just going to add the first one. Let's call it John Smith, and his email address is johnsmith@acmo.com.au. And I would also like to have another signatory, in this case, it's going to be myself or the team at ACMO. So a lot of people tend to ask this question: what if I want this approval to happen in a certain order? So you see the small little toggle bar. So you disable that option. What that really means is it's going to create an internal workflow. The system is going to first send this document to John Smith for approval, and it's going to be available to the sales team only once John completes that process. But if you turn on this toggle button, both recipients are going to get the document at the same time, and the whole package completes when both parties completes their activities. So in this case, I'm going to create a workflow for this particular example. I also have got a sample document already ready for this demonstration. So I've got a TFN declaration sample. A lot of employers, or all the employers in Australia, is familiar with this particular document. This is a document that is required by any new employees when they join a particular organization. So I've got a sample document already filled in. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to prepare this document to tell the system that, hey, I need John Smith to sign here. I need the management from ACMO to sign at a different place. So what we have to do is just click on the prepare button. It's going to open this document that I just uploaded, and you can go through this document and have a look at all the different fields. So as I said, I've already prepared this document for this demonstration. So I've got some dummy data already filled in. Now looking at this document, I can see there is this one place where John Smith has to sign. And then once John completes his signing, the employer needs to sign here. So you can see in the left-hand side panel, there are a few options available. So you can define a signature field. You can define text fields that are mostly used for filling in the name or the date when the document is signed. These are typically used when you're dealing with a template and you want the recipient to fill in their name and details on the fly. But in this case, I'm not going to use the text or the checkbox fields here. I'm just going to make it simple for the audience. So I'm just going to define the signature field. All you have to do is just drag and drop the signature field right here. You can make fine adjustments. I'm just going to leave it there. On the right-hand side panel, you can straight away see you can label this this field. You can put a tooltip just to make it easy for the recipient as to what we are asking for. You can make it a mandatory or an optional field to complete. As I said in the beginning, there are a number of signing options available. So one is signature, which is using a tablet or the mobile device or a mouse cursor. The recipient can sign, put their signature on the document. The second one is a photo capture where we ask or we use the recipient's webcam to take a picture of the person along with the signature, or click to sign would be to just enter their name and then it creates a signature automatically. Or you can, even though this is not a preferred option, a lot of people, we have noticed a lot of people uses an image of their signature which is scanned using a scanner, and they use it to sign document, which it's not a recommended practice, but we do consider those audience as well. So I'm going to disable this option and I'm just going to leave it as signature and click to sign. So that defines the signature field for John Smith. Now I also need to define the signature field for the employer. So I'm just going to switch to ACMO PTY Limited because they also have to sign this document once John Smith finishes his process. So I'm going to repeat the same process for ACMO PTY Limited. I'm just going to leave it as it is, remove the signature image and click to sign as the preferred option. That's all I would do here. So the document is ready to be sent across for signature. There is another thing I would do here. I also would like John Smith to validate or provide additional supporting documents to make sure that it was actually John Smith who submitted this document. So I'm going to ask for a few more details from John Smith to make it difficult to John Smith. So you click on that gear button, switch to the supplemental documents tab, and you can request for additional documentation. So in this case, I'm just going to ask John's driver license details. I'm making it mandatory. So he can't complete his signing process until he also provides a copy of his driver's license. Now, if you look at this this whole screen, you can also see there is an option to change the order in which the whole approval happens. So you can play with it. If there are multiple directors involved in this whole signing process, you as the signing package creator, you have got full control over who needs to action first before others get involved. That's pretty much all I have to do in terms of preparing this document. So I click on next. And you can put a description, but I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. You can define an expiry date. So let's say you're sending a contract across to the audience for their signature, but you're saying this contract is only valid until the 31st of January. You can do that by making sure this package is only available for people to sign until 31st of January. So you can do that, but that's definitely optional. If you don't set this value, it's going to be available anytime when the user wants to sign it. These options are quite default audit information. So what that really means is every time when someone gets involved with the signing process, it's going to keep a track of who is doing what, which becomes part of the final signed document. You also have got control whether to allow in-person signing or not, and this is specific to each package. So if you create one package with in-signing option, it doesn't need to have it for all the documents or for all the signing packages. You can just have it for one, and for the next one, you can disable it. For this one, I'm just going to leave it allow in-person signing so that I can demonstrate that as well in this demonstration. Notification. So the moment you finish the signing package or you create the signing package, it's going to send an email to, in this case, John Smith. But you can create this package and keep it ready, but the system, you don't want the system to send it, let's say, next Monday or something. So you can schedule this document for a later date, or if you just don't care about it, it's going to send the email, and the signing package is made available right after you click on finish. So I'm going to also show an option to set reminders. So let's say you don't want this contract to be left unnoticed by the recipient. You want to remind this person that, hey, you haven't completed this package. Can you do that? You can create multiple reminders. You can say, send one reminder 1 day from the day you send this package. Or you can also say, send a reminder 1 day before it expires. You can actually play with it. You can create any number of reminders. So ultimately, we are actually creating a full workflow right from here. A lot of other products out there, actually, this is an optional capability, but with Kofax SignDoc, this is all part of the basic plan itself. That's pretty much all I have to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on finish. And now you can see it's ready for signing. So at that point, what's going to happen is John Smith is going to get an email saying a document is now available for you to sign. And John Smith would be able to open that in their computer or in a mobile device. Depending on the preference, John Smith can complete it from wherever they want to complete it. So I'm going to just log in as John Smith. I'm just going to sneak into John Smith's email and I'm going to action it as John Smith. Right, so just bringing up my mobile device here. So as you can see, I just received an email and I'm pretending to be John Smith here. And it says, hey, John Smith, you got a document to sign. All I do is just click on Open Documents. It's going to bring up the package for me. I can have a quick read of this document, click on Next, and I'm agreeing to this policy about signing this document electronically. I'm okay with that. And click on Next. I can see two different things here. So one is TFN declaration sample, which is the actual document that I'm supposed to sign. And it also says I have an additional requirement to provide a driver license here. So I just click on the TFN declaration. I can do a quick read of this, and it clearly points me out as to where this document is. So all I do is just click on click to sign. Now you would wonder from where these options are coming from. This was decided by the person who created the signing package. We have only allowed physical signature and click to sign as an option for John Smith. So I'm just going to do physical signing here. So as I said before, you can use a mobile device or a laptop mouse cursor, or you can even use a tablet to do the signing. So I'm just going to do the most beautiful signature here and click on save. There is another requirement, as I said before. So, and that's nothing but to provide the driver license. So it says, please provide a copy of your driver license. It should also contain the front and back page of your driver license. So I've got a copy of my driver license here. I'm just going to upload the document and I'm done. So with that done, that's all John Smith has to do from his end. He clicks on finish, you're done. And now it goes forward to the next person involved in the workflow. So that's pretty much John Smith has to do. So now I'm going to switch back to my screen here. I'm just going to refresh the screen. So it says 1 of 2 waiting for recipient. Now for this particular thing, again, as John Smith received that email, the ACMO sales team will now receive an email. But for this particular demonstration, I'm just going to use a different method of signing. I'm going to do in-person signing here. So for that, all I have to do is just click on Sign Now. And you're saying you're logged in as, or you're doing the signature for ACMO PTY Limited. Now, we are already logged into the solution using sales@acmo.com.au. So which means it has already recognized our login. So it says, yeah, that's all good. But if you were speaking to someone else and you wanted in-person signing, you can select driver license or passport as a way of identifying them when you did the in-person signing. So in this case, I'm just going to leave everything as it is. I click on next. Now imagine you're with your customer or with the prospect, they're ready to sign your contract, and you are doing in-person signature. Now, the customer wouldn't trust your mobile device. Customer wants to do it by themselves from their own device. they're not going to put their signature on your tablet or on your computer because they don't trust you. What they can do is, at this point, they can simply use their mobile device. They can just take a picture or scan this particular QR code. It's going to open the same kind of experience John Smith had experienced just a few minutes ago. So they're going to see the signing package. They can go through the signature field. They can review the document and sign to complete the document. So in this case, I'm not going to use a mobile device, but rather I'm just going to do it right here. So I click on Start, and it's again the exact same experience as I had explained before. So you click on Next. So there is this document. So Start. I'm okay with electronic signature. And I don't have a specific requirement, or I don't have that additional requirement to provide a driver license in this case. It was only for John Smith. So all I have to do is just sign this document. And I can already see John Smith's signature. That's all okay. All I have to do is just sign it. Now, in this case, I'm just going to use click to sign. And I'm going to type in my name here. And it automatically creates a signature for you on the fly. That's all I have to do. Click on Save, and you're done. Click Finish, and the whole package is now ready. So end session, that's all done. Now at that point, the whole process is done. The signing package is now complete. Now, all parties involved in the signing process, they will all get an email with the document, with the signed document fully attached. That email will also have the full audit trail. So I'm just going to share the email that you would receive once the whole thing is over. So this is the kind of email you would get. Now over here, there is an attachment. So you double click on the attachment. It brings up the document, and you can go through the whole audit trail. So the entire audit trail is right here. So this is what I explained in the beginning. We call it complete chain of custody. So who all were involved, what's the audit trail, all that is self-contained. So even if you switch to a different provider in a few years' time, you have all the signed documents and all the audit trail with you handy. You can also download the actual signed document right from here. So there's a small little icon here. So click on TFN declaration sample, which was the actual document that was signed. And you scroll, and you would be able to see the signature that was put in by John Smith, and also the dynamically created signature that was provided by Kofax SignDoc. That's the end-to-end process in terms of creating a signing package, getting it workflowed, and getting the signature from all parties involved. Once you're happy with it, if you believe this is a process that you have to do quite often, you can create a template out of it. Or if you want to simply create a copy of this and make minor adjustments, you can simply click on make a copy, and that way you don't have to do you don't have to prepare the document, or you don't have to define the workflow. Everything remains the same, but you make just fine adjustments. That's pretty much all we wanted to demonstrate today. I hope that demonstration was useful for you. As I said, jump on our website if you need more details of Kofax SignDoc and sign up for a free trial. Let us know if you got any questions. We'll be more than happy to assist. Thank you, and have a great day.